Alright guys, welcome back to the Eagle's Nest. We are sealed off in the vaults, so no one can interrupt us. Damn kids left the frickin' markers there, but whatever. It's still cool. We're in the war room in the Eagle's Nest. So, brief tutorial here. As I'm slowly getting into this Global War 85 game, I'm starting to modernize the setup here, just showing you guys what's going on here. The times in China, the times for the communists, and the times for the Westerners. And we got separate individual technology markers up here, trying to track where everybody is. It's not beautiful and pretty like I usually like it. I still got to put up some other markers for some of the other income trackers. But you know what? It's fun. It's fun right now. And I really like the clocks. Gives it a nice modern feel. Anyways, brief tutorial of what's going on right now. And you have to forgive me as we turn on the main lights. Well, it's not all accurate. It's not all updated, but it's getting there. It is getting there. In the meantime, we're going to go west to east. And we're going to look at American deployments. There's been a lot going down in Nicaragua, and I had not had the resources to update this because Canada Post. Their strike is annoying to say the least. But nonetheless, trying to modernize NATO. And a brief tutorial down here is the John F. Kennedy and her task force with the Tarawa, the French cruiser Colbert, her support ships, as well as the Vancouver frigate, are steadily holding supremacy in the Mediterranean. They moved up into or off the coast of Lazio. Over here we have NATO deploying its forces throughout France and the Rhineland. Very strong. We know this because of, we got some spy jet influence and some information going on over here. Once again, not fully accurate, just because sometimes we just don't get all the facts. We know that the USS Abraham Lincoln, a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier, operating the NATO fleet with the USS Virginia, and the British destroyer Exeter are doing their thing in the North Atlantic. I almost thought they were going after Marco Aurelius, but that's a different story. We can see here deployments with the Soviet Union. Well, they are masking quite a strike force with attack helos, air superiority fighters, attack bombers, even SRBMs here. Looks like we got the 14th and the 12th Division there, along with their Northern Task Force fleet and anti-submarine helos, and several Foxtrot class submarines are also in this vicinity, along with the Slava class light cruiser as their command fleet in the Baltic. They are projecting quite the threat to peace in this region. As we further go south, we have forces massing in western Ukraine. Clearly they couldn't be attacking the Warsaw Pact. It must be for something more dire. Who knows what it could be though. In the Black Sea, we have the Minsk and her task force patrolling the Black Sea Fleet. In the Warsaw Pact has not done much. Their air force in the north, in the Polish and Eastern German regions, have been staying fairly consistent. They haven't been moving around too much. Further south, there has been some deployment of airborne divisions in Western Czechoslovakia. And further south down yet, there has been very little movement on the Eastern Front, which probably tells us Warsaw Pact is probably just doing deployments and exercises. They have no desire to attack NATO forces. But in Yugoslavia, obviously, deployment has developed a little bit more, and we have an attack helo from Warsaw Pact in Yugoslavia, but unfortunately, paramilitary forces are rising up all over in northern Yugoslavia. We don't know what this event's going to be or how it's going to transpire, but it is nothing, and I mean nothing, like what's going over on the other side of the world currently right now in India and Pakistani. A nuclear explosion has been recorded, first time since 1945 in Hiroshima. Obviously, stuff has escalated between the Muslim Pakistanis and the Hindu and Sikh Indian Federation right now, to the point where all-out nuclear war is a potential. So right now it looks like India is winning this war and Pakistan is getting desperate to protect its sovereignty. We'll have to see. Obviously, the Soviets have been deploying and helping fund this exploit to try to keep peace in the region, and we'll see what happens. Off the coast further south, we have the USS Enterprise and her battle task force monitoring the situation and seeing what's going to be happening. There are rumors of a Pakistani frigate being deployed in the area along with that diesel-electric submarine, but those have not been confirmed yet. In the region, we have an Akula-class Soviet nuclear attack submarine, which could pose a possible threat, and the Americans are watching that closely. Otherwise, the rest of the Middle East, Libya and Egypt are playing nice, as well as Iraq and Iran so far, but we'll have to see. Testing of new Soviet craft that are flying over short distances of water in the Caspian Sea has been reported. We don't know, we can't confirm this, as well as more nuclear tests in Western Kazakhstan. The Soviet Far East Command has really beefed up their forces, removing most of their assets in southern Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and have moved them up to Novosibirsk. Over in the Far East, Vladivostok, look at how many forces are lined up on that border. And of course, the largest navy in the Pacific is based out of Vladivostok, with 4 Kilo-class diesel-electric submarines, a Kiev heavy-class cruiser, the Kiev herself, the Kronstadt, a Cresta II-class cruiser, and many other support vessels. Currently, right now, there's a lot of Soviet surveillance, as you can see, going on in the Pacific. We'll see what happens, but the main story is China. China has been rampant in spending money and deploying forces all throughout the country in a response to possible aggression from their southern neighbors, from their southeastern neighbors here, because Russia has been able to take over Vietnam and Cambodia, but also in the north with Russian deployments possibly attacking northern Manchuria or even going through Mongolia. So China is hyper aware of the situation. Plus, reunification in Taiwan is foremost on their mind. Off the coast, we have the Japanese Defense Forces, but we have the USS Chicago sailing down to very close to the USS Guam, currently doing operations down there, seeing what the hell is going on. And we have the Dwight D. Eisenhower over here off the coast of Hawaii and Western Seaboard protecting American assets in that region. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens throughout this game, guys. We are at the end of turn 2. I have really been enjoying this game, even though, I'll be honest, half the time I don't understand what I'm doing. But I have some great mentors like Admiral Seabass, Flak 88, the War Doctor, Ozark Outpost, Captain G, and Knights Templar. They have all been exceptional. I don't think I missed anybody. Did I? Hopefully not. Hopefully I remembered everybody. But yeah, no, they've been great, guys. They have been great. Hopefully continue on with the series here. I am exhausted. I'm tired. Working a lot. Being a parent. Being a father. But I'm still trying to find time for this game. Even though everything is not as it seems. Pieces are still being organized. Set up. Try to organize everything here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's a big, expansive game, but I made the right decision. I had the time to invest into another game, and I could go from 1936, which is all down here, and go into 1914, 2025, Global War series, or dive into a real romantic part of my life, Global War 1985. And the movies that came out of this era shaped a large part of my life. So I'm very glad that I decided to do this game, and I really recommend you guys try it out and play it down the road if you're not there yet. It's a fantastic new game, and it's a beast like anything else, but a very fun beast. And I'm really enjoying the time I am with the crew that we have right now. It's lifted my spirits. Anyways, guys, Sky Marshall in the Lion's Den, Eagle's Nest, home. Take care, and we'll see you for turn 3.